Hey everybody, welcome back to Complete Trader Academy's daily review. Today is Wednesday, the 15th of March, 2023. Let's hop right into it here. So we had this candle here, very ugly day. Price opened up, came down, all through Asia and London. Let me zoom in a little bit. Took out previous day's low, didn't take out previous day's high. So then they ended up taking out the previous day low of that, which was Monday, and then wicked all the way back up slowly and choppy. All right, so let's go into a smaller time frame, 1 hour here. All right, so very predictable as well because we're at the bottom of a range. We've been taking out lows consistently. Price already ended up here by the time of 6 in the morning. So we're done with the bearish side as of now. Not saying in next week or the rest of the week or whatever, but you have to understand that you're gonna get these lower low, lower highs, lower low. This is a lower low. This is very similar to the previous days. Not yesterday. Yesterday was more choppy. We made that final lower high here, but we did take out that lower high. This became the real lower high, but this was a lower low, and we were going to build a lower high. You see how it swings up and takes out an internal high? Well, that's like engineered liquidity, so they have a reason to kind of come up back up here so they can come all the way back down just to cover longs and shorts, right? So we see the same thing every day. So here we woke up and it was already here. I mean, big range day. So you're going to get choppiness. You shouldn't even really be trading in this, to be honest. And when you have a big range day like that, you're going to get that choppiness like here. But if you follow the bias and you have faith in the pretense of that you've made a lower low, then you were going to eventually make a lower high, but they decided to kick that off around 2 o'clock. So you've already been chopped up. If you don't know what you're doing, obviously. But let's go into, so in this 1 hour, in this 1 hour, you can see that we have this imbalance here. We had this price action here imbalance, but you generally want to see it come a little bit more than 50% of the range. So even if I just said the range was from here to here, well, eyeballing is about 50%, which is here. They can tap above and hit that imbalance, which is exactly what they did. Let's go into a 5-minute real quick. And you'll see here that this yesterday when we sold off, I took a sell here and price came up and didn't take it out. I already took out 80% already. I was done, but came down, protected that high. So now we have that high and that high. So this is the next objective as far as going up is concerned. Not saying that we have to go up. This could just create a new lower high here. The market's closed now, but you'll see that the price came down. I'm on a different computer because I bought a new setup and I gotta wait for it to get installed and all the screens and all that. So bear with me here. But price came down. There's that imbalance here. Price came down, took out the low barely. All right, and then that wasn't enough. Price came up, made a high, little lower high, little internal lower high, then came down again. All right, so when this happened, you want to be a buyer already, in my opinion. Let's go to 1 minute. That's what I look for is liquidity being taken. Sorry about the screen. I know it's ugly. All right, so you see here, price came down, chopped up, took out that. Now we broke this little short-term high, this is our classic model. So you want to sweep to the downside, take out liquidity. You want to break to the upside of a short-term high, which is this one. I'm not looking at that one too much. I'm looking at this one. And then price came right back in. Where did it come into? Right into the block. And where's your stop loss? Underneath 50% of the candle, of equilibrium of the candle. And it holds. Price starts to never break lows. See that? And flies up. Got to here, took off 50% here, because my real big goal is coming up. I mean, just in case it was a wild day and I want to go to the upside. Sure enough, price came back on me. All right, got out of this trade, done. Now, I was about to take a buy here, and I didn't because I was looking to take out this low. And if I go to my confluence that I had the purpose of buying because we had a divergence on NAS, not taking out the low right there with this red, not taking out that low, but it took the low out here in S&P, and we took out the low in Dow Jones. So that was the gift to say, okay, we're coming up. We're going to take the buy. All right. So we took that, and then it came back. All right. So it came all the way back. All right. And then it took out a low again. All right. So when that happened, and then price started rallying up, made an imbalance, came back in, could have been a buyer, but that's just not enough data. I mean, you could have took it, but anyways, came back up, went above that gap and above that short-term high right there, came right, made a nice imbalance, and that's a signal for buy as well. Stop loss is at the candle. All right, I would have liked to have put it at the 50, but because it's just a big imbalance, you gotta always put it at the bottom of the imbalance or even the start of it, which would have been the first candle of the three. Sure enough, taps in beautifully. All right, and then starts to finally come up, and this is now, the time is now 1 o'clock, and it starts to spike up at around 2 here, yeah, 220. Order flow up, down, up. So this is shaking out, right? But we have the intention of coming up to this high to take out this high. All right, so I took another 50% right here when it reached this high. All right, and then price started shooting up, which was beautiful. Which is what I want to see, and then letting it range up as far as it can go, right into that imbalance of that 1 hour, which is right there. That's really your regular long-term goal in an intraday trade, is to the next inefficiency, which is right there. So price taps in, comes back down. I'm pretty much out of the trade. And I wanted to obviously come up here, but that was my intention. Price is coming down, and I'm done for the day because I'm not about to sit through this chop, which I knew would be ugly. You want to catch these nice runs. You see that? These nice order flows right there. All right, so back to the 1 hour. Let's see what we got here. As you see, 1 hour, what do we have? Well, we have that imbalance up there. We have this high here. And we have this high here. This high might be protected. If we never come back up to take out that daily imbalance, which is right there, I can see us coming a little bit higher here. Kind of like this. This is sloppy. See how see lower, low, lower, high. We came down and we never broke. We just stayed right there, created support, and then came back up. So all this internal structure, well, we might see something like this. And then tap up against here. I mean, I'm hoping to come up here. That's what I would like to happen. But if it doesn't, I can see this being a minimum objective, which is this high right here. This high and this high. But first, this high. Okay, so I'm even going to delete this just so we can focus more on that. So this high or this imbalance right there, or finish the rest of this imbalance. And then we can kind of turn around and come this way as a possibility to come take out those lows, and then come back to the daily objective or weekly objective of lower prices coming down here. But this looks like it's trying to hold. And we might consolidate a little bit and kind of like do something like this, or just like right here where we came up and came down. And I know I reference these areas a lot, but these are beautiful back testing of exactly what happens in the market, generally what they're doing, especially. You see they're trying to inch their way down without you realizing. And sure enough, we'll be at 31,200 in no time. We'll see how long it takes. I don't know if this is going to be choppy for a while. We'll see. But today was super ugly to start with. But yeah, other than that, we still have that imbalance left there. So we might tap in. But now the candle's here, and we have this big wick. So 50% of this wick, it can come down first and then come back up. Or we'll just tap in a little bit, come up, take some of this liquidity, because you see now, look at these lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. You see that, right? Beautiful, right? So that's an easy way to ramp up and take it. we'll see what happens. But this is what I'm looking for. Watch Asia and London for confirmations and more data. All right, I hope this helps. You guys take care and God bless.